My name is Madison and I have created a first grade phonics center. The title of my center is Treasuring Phonics. I base my theme off the educational Disney show Jake and the Neverland Pirates. The students can relate to all the different characters, so that brings diversity into the classroom, and I've also represented my students with dark and light-skinned children to enhance diversity as well. I have 6 standards. 4 are literacy, 1 is art, and the last one is physical education. So my first activity or station is prefixes. We've already discussed prefixes briefly in the classroom, so they know the meaning of them. They will receive cards, and they can work on this in a group. They have the prefix words, and then they have the base words. So they write them down, and then they chart them on their piece of paper. And they can write the word and then the meaning. I also have an activity that they can do, and they will cut these words and glue them onto their prefix sheets. The third activity for this one is I have them labeled. This is the base word, and then this is the prefix. That is my first activity. The second station is working with the blend CH. The students will receive a word wheel. They will have to identify the whole word and then label with a picture. And I also have an assessment that they will have to fill out for this one. Then they will also receive a CH memory match, and all of the cards will be laid face down, so they'll have to memorize where the cards lay. And when they pick up the same, 2 of the same, they can keep the cards. And the student with the most cards wins that activity. For my third station, I have an iPad app, which is Pirate Phonics. There are 4 different levels. There's an early, emergent, transitional, and fluent reader. We are going to look at the early level. And this one works with consonants, vowels, and blends. And for the level that we're on, it's vowel.
Thought you'd get away with it, did you? Give us back our treasure. Parsnip. This is A.
So they get to hear the vowel sound.
Tap
And then they
the
have to
bubbles.
figure out which bubble contains the vowel A. And a good thing with this is it keeps up with the students if they pass or if they didn't complete it. So then they'll have to figure out, they'll have to be able to read the word, and if they can identify it, then they would click apple for A. That is my third station. And the fourth station is a read, illustrate, and write. I have over here an example. They can use foam letters, they can use magnet letters, they can use Play-Doh, or they can use shaving cream. But what they're doing is they will have to read the word, and I have a variety of words they choose from. They have the CH blend, and then they also have another activity that we're going to work with. But for example, this would be an accommodation for my ELA students. It has the word boat, but it also has a photograph. And as you can see, they used Play-Doh for this one, and they illustrated the word boat, and they also had to write the word boat. And for this station, I will be walking around, or a teacher's aide will be walking around in order to assess the students. Okay? And for my last station is dealing with the Ank, Ink, Onk, and Unk. And the first activity that they will do is it's a board game, and they will receive a stack of words. And how they play is they will have to have a die. And they roll the die. It landed on 5. And I also have game pieces. Each student will have a game piece. So they will start at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they get to stay here. But if they were to roll a 6, they would have land on the Shiver Me Timber, lose a turn, so they would lose a turn. and the student who makes it to the You Found the Treasure wins the game. Another activity that I have is I will use the same cards with the number. The student will draw a card, and whatever number they lay on, they will have to go in order. And the object is they are to complete the plank, walk the plank scoot. And the activity or the assessment that I have for this one is once they've completed all 18 words, then they will have to figure out which 3 that they enjoy the most, and they'll have to write a complete sentence with this one. And the last activity that I have is they will also be using the same cards. We will have a game director, and the kids will swap out so everyone has a chance. But the object is the director will say the word stink, and the child that's up next will have to walk to the INK and spell stink. And if they fall off, it's okay, but I do have an accommodation for the students. They can walk with the sticks to help them with balance. Okay? And for all of the assessment sheets, I have a turn-in basket, and I also have each student will receive a treasure box. And this is their positive reinforcement. Once they complete a station, they will receive tokens. And at the end of the week, they can choose from pencils, eye patches, stickers, a hook. And that's just a little motivation for them. So that's it. Any questions?
What about the notebook?
Oh, yes, the notebook. I have extra reinforcement and activities throughout the notebook that the students can use for extra help. And this center can actually last 3 weeks with all of the activities that we have. Like for this one, they would have to sort all of the words and write it on their assessment sheet. With this one, they would have to know what pink is, and then they could draw it or color. Have the word ladder. And then for the CH, this is a really good activity. They would be able to identify cherry. It begins with CH, so they can cut it out and paste it in the cherry. Like for tree, it doesn't begin with the CH, so they would cut that one out and paste it under the trash. And they can write the room, figure out words that begin with CH, and write it in there. And they can even draw a picture. And I also have, for my gifted students, I have extra reinforcement activities for them that they can do. It works with comprehension as well.
Okay.
I believe that's it.